Pleasant morning, children. Happy to see you all again. Today we are going to recall the important points in chapter 3, Fiber to Fabric. Wool and silk are the animal fibers. Animal fibers mean the fiber which we obtain from the animals are called animal fiber. So wool we obtain it from sheep, goat, llama, alpaca, and silk it comes from the silkworms. So these are the sources. And hair on the body of the sheep is called as fleece. The hair of the sheep is used as a wool. So this fleece we are using as a wool. Wool it is of two types, coarse and soft. Sheep are reared mostly for their wool. So we are raising the sheep for their wool. Certain breeds of sheep are selectively bred to produce more amount of wool. This is called as selective breeding. So this process we select the parents for their special characters. And wool from the sheep is sheared, scored, sorted, dried, dyed and then woven into fabrics. So these are the process of making the fiber to wool. In first process, sheep hair is sheared off from the body and next then it is scored to remove the impurities in it. We are cleaning the dust, everything from the fleece. The scored fibers are sorted, dried and then dyed. So after cleaning, it is separated based on their quality and then we are drying it and we are adding color to it. Different colored fibers are spun and woven to the yield wool. Okay, so later it is yield to wool. This is how the fiber is converted into the wool. That is the processing of wool. Next, rearing of silkworm. It is called as sericulture. So we are raising the silkworm. That is called as sericulture. The silk moth lays large number of eggs from which the larva hatches out. So here the female silk moth they lay the large number of eggs and from that the larva, that is the caterpillar or silkworm, which comes out. So the larva it is also called as caterpillar or silkworms. Silkworms fed on the mulberry leaves and grow in size. So here their food is mulberry leaves. They feed on the mulberry leaves and grow in size. During the life cycle of silk moth, the worms spin the cocoons. So during that life cycle, in that duration, they start to spin the cocoons. The caterpillar secrete the fiber which is made up of protein. These protein fibers harden on exposure to air and it becomes silk fiber. So this protein while it is exposed to air and it becomes very hard and that is the silk fiber. Silk fiber from cocoons are processed and reeled into the silk threads. So this cocoon it is processed and reeled means taking the silk thread from the cocoons and it is made into the silk threads. Silk threads are woven into silk cloth. So this is how we are getting the silk fabrics from the fiber. Thank you, children.